Time now for The Real Estate Connection with Stephen Theard, a realtor and certified probate and real estate specialist. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor looking to downsize, move up, or refinance, this program is for you.
A house in the middle of our street. Something tells you that you've got to move in the middle of our...
From probate sales to landscape design to home repairs and maintenance, this is your weekly look into all things real estate. Now your host for The Real Estate Connection, Stephen Theard.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of The Real Estate Connection, brought to you by Good Patriot Realty, a salute to home ownership. Hey guys, sorry I took a little hiatus. It's just going around. Everyone's getting it, including yours truly. Omicron got me, took me out for a few days, but I'm back. Thank God, praise the Lord. I got through it. He healed me. And now the show is back and rolling again. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. Round of applause for you for another episode of The Real Estate Connection. Again, brought to you by Good Patriot Realty, a salute to home ownership. If you have any real estate residential related needs, whether it's downsizing, buying your first home, getting an investment property, or maybe even a referral to another state, give Stephen Theard, your host of The Real Estate Connection, a call at 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817. All right. And we are California DRE number 017-00019 for all of those following the legal requirements. So what's the topic of today's show? What is it going to be? Hopefully it will be something near and dear to your heart, nice and fuzzy, warm, and loving. We're going to talk about moving today, but we're going to talk about moving specifically how it relates to our furry friends, our pets, our dogs, our cats, whatever it may be that is your pet du jour. Today we're going to talk about that and how they get affected and moving. So you might want to grab a pen, a piece of paper or a pencil and take some notes, because if you're getting ready to move and you have a pet like a dog or a cat, this information may be useful for you, because we're going to cover not only packing up your home and moving, but excuse me, I'm still clearing out that frog that came with Omicron. Hold on, that was funny. Bicycle horn, wait, glockenspiel, no, party noise. I'm clearing out that frog that came with Omicron. Anyway, how to choose a house and then, transitioning your pet into it. So without any further delay, let's jump right on in. So 5 ways to ensure that your pets have a safe and comfortable move into your next house. So it's going to start with packing, right? You're going to be packing your house. And I know I've had cats before. I've lived with a cat. I don't have one now, but cats are finicky and they get really used to their environment. And when you start moving things around and disrupting their environment, they get a little freaked out. So if you want to make sure that your cat doesn't get traumatized or your dog doesn't get traumatized by bringing in a bunch of boxes and an upheaval in their general space, you may want to take some time to just put them in their favorite room and close the door. And you know your pet better than anybody else. You know how long that they can be in there without a litter box, and you might want to add some food or water, just to make sure they're comfortable. Maybe for a cat, if it's their favorite place to sun in a bedroom where they get lots of light and they feel comfortable hanging out, or they have a special room where they like to hide under the bed, that may be a good place for you to put your cat while you're starting to pack up your house. Because when you're getting your home ready for sale, you're going to be decluttering. Um, uh, that's my first piece of advice for all the home sellers that I work with is you're going to want to declutter your house to make it have a better appeal to a broad audience. And plus, it creates the illusion of more space in the home. So you're going to be putting things away, grabbing boxes, bringing them in the house. So what you also may want to do is bring those boxes into the house and let them sit. Let them sit in the house for a few days and let your cat get acquainted, so to speak, with the boxes. Have them rub their fur on them, jump in and out, and just kind of get used to the idea of these new items in their living space, along with putting them in a place that's comfortable for them to hang out while you're packing. So that's what you do for cats. You may have to do the same thing with dogs, especially if they like to be played with or they're rambunctious and they're running around or they get nervous easy about change. I know with my dog, he could always sense when we're getting ready to go somewhere. Um, Suitcases would come out, things were not on their normal routine, and some animals get nervous. And you don't want to stress your animals out too much during the move. All right, so what's number two? Number two is choosing your new home and what to look for your pet. So, if you have a dog, the obvious thing is you want a place where your dog feels free to roam, where it has space in a rear yard or neighborhood close to a dog park, where you can go out with your dog and let it get fresh air and exercise, stretch its legs, especially if you have a dog that's more geared towards working, like a shepherd or an Australian sheepdog that's really geared towards going out and being in open space, or if you have a pointer that goes hunting, you want a space where they have plenty of room to roam around and to do their business, right? You don't want to necessarily go and buy a two-bedroom, two-bath condo or a 10-story walk up with no place for your dog to roam around when you're searching for a house. And then the same thing goes for cats. If you're looking for a house with a cat, you're going to want to make sure that there's some vertical spaces for your cats. So go up and down. Cats like to climb. You want a space where you can put in a cat tree or a place where they can get high up in the air and look down over the world. You don't want to buy a house that's got short ceilings and it feels closed in because cats like to, they like to climb. They enjoy that, and your pets make you happy, and so you want to make your pets happy. So look for an appropriate space for your animal. I know there's more than just dogs and cats. There are birds. So if you have a bird that you want to that you're going to bring with you that's in a cage, you're going to want a house that has a room that faces the sun, where the bird can look out maybe into nature. Or if you have other animals such as horses, then of course you're going to look for a horse property where you have paddocks and barns and stalls and round pens and fenced and cross fenced. Or if you have other domesticated animals like alpacas or goats or even sheep, right? You're going to want to make sure that the space that you're picking for you and your family also fits well with the needs of your pets. Okay, so now that you're packed up and you've found a home, next thing you have to do is you have to get your pet from your old place to your new place. Now, if your pets are not used to traveling in a crate or in a box, what you're going to want to do is get them acclimated to traveling in a crate or even being in a crate, so that it's not a traumatic experience for them. So, for with a dog, what you may want to do is buy the crate, have it just sitting out in the house for a while. Maybe put some treats or snacks in the crate so when the dog goes in, it may lay down in there, put their favorite bed in there so it feels comfortable. And then when it comes out, give it lots of love and affection and let them know that they've done a really good job of being able to handle being in a crate. Same thing goes with cats. You might want to put some cat treats in there and get them acclimated. And then once they're acclimated to being inside this crate, you may want to do some test drives around the block. So, get them in the crate, put the crate in the car, drive around the block, maybe do an errand and come home, just so they get used to not only being in the crate, but also being in a moving vehicle, so that the first time they're being transported from an old place where you're living to a new place isn't the day you're moving. So you might want to do that just to get, your pets comfortable with moving and being in a crate and traveling across town. So what else can you do for your pets? So you've done this, you've packed your house, you've got everything packed up, you've got them accustomed to moving and being in a crate. Now you've found a home that fits for them and you're moving in. So you're moving into this new place that you found. What you're going to want to do is kind of the same way but backwards that you did when you were acclimating your pet to moving, right? So when you get to the house, your new place, you're going to want to look around everywhere and find all the little tight nooks and crannies and hiding places where your cat might want to or dog may run to out of fear, and block those off so that they don't get stuck somewhere where you can't get them out. Okay, so you're going to want to look all over the house. You're going to also want to look for exposed wires, or open electrical outlets where a dog or a cat could scratch or sniff around and maybe bite and hurt themselves. And then you also want to do a sweep of the property to see if the previous owners left any type of poison out, because when you live in properties, sometimes you get rodents, and some people deal with rodents with uh, with poison, right? And you don't want your pet to be the victim of somebody else trying to deal with a rodent issue with poison that they forgot, because people aren't going to do this on purpose. They're not going to leave out the poison on purpose. They're going to probably just forget that they stuck it under the house or they stuck it under a deck, right? So you're going to want to do a really good sweep of the property to make sure that you clear out any of those hazards, and also look for poisonous plants, because cats like to scratch and sniff and nibble on things, and so do dogs. So make sure that there are no poisonous plants on the exterior of the home. Make sure that your fences and your gates are secure. If you have a dog that's going to go outside, that they're not going to be able to crawl up underneath a fence or get out through an opening. You just want to secure the property and make sure that it's safe for your pet when they move in for the very first time. And hey, if you have any questions about your particular moving scenario and you'd want specific advice about your fact pattern, go ahead and give me, Stephen Theard, with Good Patriot Realty, a salute to home ownership, a call at 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817, and I'd be happy to discuss your particular fact pattern. All right, so once all of that is done, what you're probably going to want to do, especially with a cat, is put the cat in a room by itself, or in one room of the house, and let it get used to that one room. Put its favorite cat tree in there, put a litter box, some food and water, and just have the cat relax and get used to that space. And then slowly acclimate your pet to different spaces around the house. Absolutely set up where you want the permanent food and the permanent water and the permanent litter box to be. So you're going to want to have them in two places, but acclimate your pet slowly so that they're not scared or get overwhelmed by the new space that they're in. And you want to do the same thing for your dog. If there's a new doggy door, you're going to want to expose them to that. If there's a new sliding glass door where they're coming in and out, just things of that nature. Just walk them in, walk them out, get them used to it. Throw some treats outside so they go through the door, or train them how to do that, and just get your animals acclimated to this space slowly over time, because it just makes for a smoother transition for everyone. And then go on living just like you did before. Take the crates, put them away, take out the litter box that you had temporarily in the one room, put that away. Just leave the permanent place for the water bowl and the food bowl and the new litter box and all that good stuff. And then over time, within 6 months, everybody will have forgotten we moved, except for the newness of the house and the new neighborhood and the new neighbors and the new job or the new commute. And the pets will be happy and you'll be happy, and you'll all will have gone through this without very much trauma. So that's it for today's show. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Um, if you guys have any questions about your particular fact pattern, if you're getting ready to move this year, spring is upon us. The market is still hot as far as offers are concerned and buyers in the marketplace, even though interest rates are ticking up a little bit. Um, Inventory is low. It's still low, not only in Northern California, but throughout the United States. We just are behind in building. And with supply chain issues and all the other things that are going on in the economy, housing is just not getting built as fast as it was. And they're behind. Since the crash of 2005, 2006, builders really pulled back on building. And so now they build to suit, which is basically saying if there's a need in the community, they'll get a project going, they'll build some model homes, and then they'll sell out the first phase and then build it. You don't see developments going in fully constructed and then houses being sold out of that development. Once the builders got hurt financially, they've become really careful about building. And so we're going to be behind, I think, for the next 10, maybe 15 years, unless they really just outpace growth or outpace demand for a while. So the market's still hot. If you're thinking about selling and you want to talk about your particular fact pattern with your house value and the best way to get the most amount of money out of it, give me a call, 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817. I'd be happy to help you. I'd like to thank again my sponsor, Good Patriot Realty, a salute to home ownership, where we believe in private property rights, the value of the American dream, and building generational wealth. It's all about you because the United States is a great experiment about self-government and self-governance. And the country belongs to we, the people, and so does the American dream. But I'm going to leave you with this before I go. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go, including with you and your pets. So I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Have a fantastic rest of your week. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And we will see you next week on another episode of The Real Estate Connection, brought to you by Good Patriot Realty, a salute to home ownership.
This has been The Real Estate Connection with Realtor and Certified Probate and Real Estate Specialist Stephen Theard. Licensed Cal BRE number 0170019. For more information on this program, visit realestateconnectionradio.com. To contact Stephen directly, call 408-472-0817 or email info@realestateconnectionradio.com. And be sure to tune in next week at this time for The Real Estate Connection.